Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Eternal Sunday. Every Sunday or one Sunday of the month, we have our Legacy Tournament. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Benjamin Huang.
Hi.
No
Hey.
nickname. Yeah,
No, I
I've
think
been
I-
lazy on the nicknames.
I think I had a nickname in the first year when we were doing this. I don't know if you remember. It's good that you don't remember then.
No, I don't remember. God damn.
No, I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
that was-
that's actually one of them too.
I thought it was Mark.
Oh, so this is Desmond versus Chester. I think the names are a little bit inverted. So Desmond's on the right,
Okay.
Chester's on the left, and we are featuring Desmond, of course, because he won the last the last event here, playing his kind of titular kind of lands deck, and starting off very very strong with landmarks into
Wow.
Sylvan Library, and Chester looks to be playing Grixis Control, and this is actually a really really hard card for Grixis to pressure at all.
Yeah, how would they get rid? So how would you deal with the Larit
Marilage token.
Marilage
Oh, he has
yeah.
one of the answers in his hand. It's a Diabolic Edict, as you can see.
Right.
Yeah,
I see that.
but other than that, there's not a lot of options from on Chester's side of the table to deal with Sylvan Library.
Yeah,
So this is one of the
that-
things, right? Like the addition of Assassin's Trophy, may have shifted people towards playing Sultai or
Sultai or
Buck
Jad,
colors,
okay.
because you can deal with problematic permanents like this. So Desmond's gonna pay 4 straight up off the bat.
Wow.
He's playing a Molten
And
Vortex.
Molten Vortex. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Never seen that come into play.
In game one.
In game one.
Yeah.
Usually that's a sideboard card, right?
Yeah. It won him.
Holy crap.
It won him the finals of the last one, right? Because
yeah.
or the
That's the one.
semi-finals where he just threw lands at his opponents over and over again.
Oh man, Molten Vortex such an awesome.
So
card.
now a second Mox Diamond from Desmond, and it looks like he has Life from the Loam probably.
What's he giving up? Yeah.
He's gonna give up the Wasteland. He's gonna play Port.
Shadow Pot.
Does he hit the life? Oh wow, okay. So this is
Oh.
this almost perfect hand for him. He's gonna be able to gamble for the Life from the Loam and put it into the graveyard.
Yeah.
And then every turn from now, pretty much he's gonna be casting the same spell over and over again.
smokes. Wow.
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
What?
This will be a quick game. I've played a lot of Grixis, so it's not a good matchup.
Coming
Yeah,
from
a little bit too much.
that's really fast, man. It's not.
Yeah.
This is a really fast start from Desmond. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's
pretty
dumped his
perfect.
entire hand. He's got Life from the Loam in the graveyard, and he's going to recur it with a Wasteland there.
And there's so many threats, right? Because getting the Underground Sea here is definitely risky.
Yeah, I know,
Because-
like that, the next turn is going to disappear. Right?
Yeah,
So-
because of that Wasteland in Desmond's graveyard.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean this hand was so good because he had so many threats, right? He had so many things that Chester had to force.
Mm.
If you didn't force the turn 1 library, then
Oh, yeah.
okay, it's all
I'm
clear.
safe. Yeah, I'm safe to go.
Yeah, this game is gonna be over very quickly.
Ouch.
I think.
This
Unfortunately, you see a Chandra at the back of Chester's hand. Yeah, I think it's a Chandra Torch of Defiance. Yeah. This is rough. I don't expect Chester to come out of this. It might take a while, but I mean, even then, like throwing lands at your head.
Yeah, I mean, like every turn is at least dealing you 2 damage. Oh,
Right.
In fact, it might
Yeah.
be dealing you like 4 damage each turn.
So getting the Ancestral every turn. So this is the kind of cool interaction with Sylvan Library, right? Because
Right, you
it says
can just
draw
go-
the cards.
Yeah.
It says you draw the cards. So you in your draw step you choose to dredge once.
So you can dredge and dredge and dredge.
Yeah, but you can interrupt the Sylvan Library by dredging. So if you know that you want the top card, you can put the top card back, draw that card, and then with the second
yeah.
draw, dredge the Sylvan Library to clear away the card that you didn't want.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And at any point in time, you can pay 4 life to keep any of those cards that
That
you
you
drew
drew,
or
yeah.
dredged that turn.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, can't you dredge and then you dredge, you put it back in your hand. After that you can put it back on top.
Yeah.
of the-
So
okay.
like if you were worried about something, I mean, he's just gonna cast Life from the Loam over and over again. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Desmond goes down to 12 as a result of this interaction.
Oh, he decides to keep a lot of cards. Well, he knows he's.
Oh well,
he
no,
knows
it's not a
he's
lot.
dead, so-
Well, he
Yeah.
Life from the Loam, right? So yeah, this is
Just
good.
pass your
He's
turn.
got it on lock.
This feels very bad.
Yeah, Desmond's gonna be able to port his opponent if his opponent doesn't crack that fetch, he can port it at the end of turn, then dredge the wasteland, and then waste his fetch land.
Oh no.
I really think Chester should have gotten a basic on turn 1.
Yeah.
I think at least there's a chance, right? Like, as slim as though it may be. Yeah. Like, there's
and most of the cards in his hand are blue anyway, right? So
yeah.
like basic island.
And turn 2, the only reason to fetch underground on turn 1 without a play and going to turn 2 is probably him to Torak. But as we all know, Desmond had no cards had no cards in his hand at the end of turn 2.
Oh man.
Yeah. So what does he need? How's he gonna win? He I think the only way he wins is like a super quick angler. Right?
Agreed.
He needs to find angler and just like smack his opponent down. Very, very vigorously. And even then, like, the angler gets killed in one iteration of Life from the Loam and Molten Vortex.
Yeah. He's got what, 3 reds? He's got
he can take back the Grove of the Burn Willows to get rid of that. So I think he needs a combination of angler and if you're Desmond here, I think you port the fetch, man.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not
force
your opponent to crack.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter, right? Like, you're not worried about the 1 blue mana on your turn.
Right.
Sure, if he counters your Life in the Loam, it's all good. Like, it's just gonna keep coming back.
It's going to be in the graveyard.
And if he ports, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he is porting the fetch. So he now Chester's to decide, and because he has to decide, he has red cards in his deck. He's probably gonna get. He's gonna let it get ported.
Oh no.
So it's gonna get wastelanded. I think he should have gotten Basic Swamp.
Yeah,
that's having Basic Swamp is better than having no lands.
No, you'll be left with the island.
No.
Yeah, but then
this is really bad. Yeah, the problem with this line of play, I think, is that Chester's not losing, but he's already lost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you have like
the chance of him winning is just
you've closed off like the tree or the branches like leading down to victory further down.
Oh, interesting. So Desmond chose not to dredge this turn, and instead he's looking at his hand with the Sylvan Library. So he's not paying for the Sylvan Library.
Well, he's got an exploration.
He's got an exploration.
Okay.
Oh, all the more. Wouldn't you
want to dredge?
Yeah. Maybe now he's concerned that his only way he loses is the triple bolt or quadruple bolt.
Right.
So he's just trying to play around that. Oh, he has another wasteland from the last turn. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's he can do everything then.
we are not that good at this game.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome.
Drawing,
Welcome to your life, Chester. You're gonna have maybe 1.5 lands for the rest of the game.
Goodness, you'll be able to
you have 2 lands in your turn and 1 land on his turn. You have 2 lands in your turn and 1 land on his turn.
Oh, this is very bad.
I think
do you scoop? I mean, like
I do scoop because it's kind of lunchtime, so you should if you finish early enough, you can go and eat. But he does draw Bloodstained Mire, which is not too bad. I think if he has a basic mountain in his deck, that could help him a little with casting the Chandra in his hand, which is one of the few ways I think that they're gonna win is through a Planeswalker. But you see, if he had fetched basics all the way, he would be able to threaten a Planeswalker.
Well, do you have? I mean, like, does Chester's deck normally have like double red?
It doesn't have double red,
double
but you can always lay the second red source as the last source, right?
And then
so we see more of the same. And he's gonna get his Dark Depth, so this game is gonna be over quickly. I think what motivated Chester a lot to play the way he did was that he has a Diabolic Edict in his hand. He wants to make sure that he doesn't lose to Dark Depths. But I feel like it's a bad matchup already, and if you play like conservative, you're not really gonna win.
So in this matchup, you want to be a lot more aggressive than the.
I think so. Yeah, I think you have to. You realize, okay, I'm not gonna be able to outgrind this deck fundamentally, right? Because my cards don't match up well against his Force of Will. Terrible against Life from the Loam. Him to Torak, terrible against Life from the Loam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All my bolts and Fatal Pushes and Kolaghan's commands.
They have to go to face, right?
Yeah, K command's okay against the Mox Diamonds. Right, so he's giving up Evercasting. Yeah, you see, and he draws him to Torak, which is not so useful, not great now. I mean, you hit 2 lands and he's just gonna dredge and then can't get his 2 lands back.
No, in response, like he's just gonna
throw them at your face. Yeah. Exactly. I don't think so. I think this turn he's gonna make a 20/20. And Chester can't play his spells because he has to keep Diabolic Edict up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
gives it up.
he sees the writing on the wall. He's like, yeah. So okay, the post-board games are more interesting
Oh,
because you have surgical extraction.
right. Okay.
You have some versions
Do you have
have
Leyline of the Void?
no. Some versions have so you see he has Marsh Casualties, 2 surgicals, a Flusterstorm.
Oh, Flusterstorm. Well,
Flusterstorm's
I
okay.
don't know,
Yeah,
it's just okay.
he's Vendilion Click and a Pithing Needle. So Needle's good. Needle he should really
Needle hits the land,
yeah.
right?
Needle hits lands. Needle hits Vortex.
Right.
Needle
Okay.
hits yeah. And
So it's a lot more interactive.
it's a lot more
Chester's
interactive
side,
on Chester's side. I wonder what the black card in the middle is though. There's three. I think he should have brought in the click though. I would have brought in the click. So on Desmond's side, you can expect some amount of Tyler's Tracker. Right, because the common consensus on the Grixis side is to board out your
or your removal, or your creature based removal.
yeah, or your creature based removal. So you're only weak to like K command probably and bolt if they keep bolt in to try and like race you.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like blue elemental blast in this matchup because you hit Gamble.
Right, you hit Gamble,
Yeah.
you hit Molten Vortex.
You hit
as
Molten
well.
Vortex.
Yeah, okay.
And there's Flusterstorm's okay. Flusterstorm's not too bad. Because a lot of times you're trying to get to a point where you can interact with them. So you just need to buy yourself that time.
It's like 1 or 2 turns.
As resilient as the Dredge Life in the Low mechanic is, like it does take your draw step every turn. So you can trade Flusterstorm for the draw step.
Then that's fine.
Right?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have a lot of dead cards anyway. Like Strixus don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Liliana Last Hope is just like
Well,
7. How many turns is that? It's like 5 turns. 5 turns of activations without punishing fire, without, you know.
No, and then after you activate and you alter, like I don't think you want to ultimate because like that gets rid of half his board.
Yeah.
And then like I'm gonna Life from Loam back everything that you just like wasted. Oh.
Out of Desmond's board, you also have Chalice of the Void.
Oh, okay.
Chalice of the Void and should we show the chat?
Oh yeah. No, actually the chat's like below.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Oh.
Is it?
Did it disappear? Oh, there we are.
Yeah. So he has Chalice of the Void. He has some amount of Sphere resistance. The good thing about the way Grixis is set up is that it doesn't have any permanent base. Well, it's the good and the bad thing, right? Because it doesn't have any permanent base. Hate the Kosan grips out of K grips out of Desmond's sideboard don't do too much. And Desmond doesn't really have a way to interact with Chester's hand, so his surgicals are always going to be effective. Right.
Okay, yeah.
The only way obviously is for Chalice on 1, which stops surgical itself.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at the chat. Nicholas Ong, Chester gets whooped by Rolex Ming.
Why is he called Rolex Ming?
Yeah, that's not a Rolex.
Yeah, that looks like a G-Shock to me.
Yeah.
I mean, kids that grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, Ivan saying he wants to see this match. Yeah, that's why we're featuring it.
Yeah. You know, returning champion plus Chester.
It's quite a crazy deck. Yeah.
Sorry.
Lands deck.
Reddit?
No, we haven't posted
Reddit.
it already.
You gonna post it on Reddit?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dark Angel saying hi. What's up? What's up, Juma?
What's up, Ben and?
Yeah, that's Juma.
Oh, that's Juma.
Yeah.
Hey, Juma.
Today
we have
how many players?
How many we have? We have I think 30. Hang on, let me check. Okay, wait. I can't really check, so I'm just gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's 24.
Oh,
yeah.
So we'll have
it's 5 rounds, yeah.
5 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, 5 rounds.
And then followed up by
yeah.
Top 8.
Yeah, so Chester definitely on the play this time. Keeping the Thought Seizers on the play, I think it's fair. Because if you can snag exploration,
right, and you slow Desmond down by quite.
Yeah, in fact, anything that interacts with the early turns is good.
Oh.
Hey Martin,
yeah.
You're not here today.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? Last time you showed up in a suit, and I was like,
yeah, because you had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
There are a lot of players who request that we don't televise them because their girlfriends don't know they're here.
Oh, whoa. Their wife, their significant other.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I had to go to work. It's pretty funny.
That's a concern only for like legacy.
Yeah,
I think, like,
I
more
usually
than-
ask them. So, are you supposed to be here? If you are, do you want to be on camera?
Oh man.
Yeah. So Chester's hand not too bad. I think you see Ponder. I hope that's a surgical in the far back, and the most important part is that he can fetch basics.
Is that to the slaughter?
I think it's to the slaughter.
What? Wow.
I think it's
Another time we
additional cover for Marriott Lodge. I don't like it.
It's a bit slow though. Like,
Yeah, I
kinda-
don't think you win the game by interacting with the 2020 token, because the problem with that is that if you have to interact with the 2020 token, it means that he can probably get it back the next turn with
right,
life in the loam.
at that point.
Yeah, I think you win the game by, making sure that he never gets to that, or even if he has to, you only have to interact with it once. So Desmond on a mulligan here.
And plus, I mean, like, you've got Ponder, you've got so many cantrips, right? You should be able to find like that one edict or like the two edicts in your deck.
Desmond's hand is not bad, but it's kind of risky because double crop rotation, which is essentially 2 for 1ing yourself, right?
Yeah.
And an exploration and a gamble, I think, is the card that is second from the right. So I think it's
That's okay. I think that's fine, right? But it's not very land heavy, which is not exactly what you want to see.
yeah. So he's gonna get basic island. I think he's learned from his previous experiences.
Yay.
That's great. But still, so Desmond scried to the top, I think, which means that if I'm not wrong, it's probably gonna be
Desmond
straight to the bottom. Okay. So he's probably fishing for a second land.
Yeah.
Yeah, his commitment, right? The lands player with the tabernacle player.
tabernacle.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't want to signal what you were playing, you
You
get the-
sleeves will be
you get the Devil of Secrets player.
your sleeves will be
Yeah. So he's keeping because he found surgical. This is great for
okay.
him. The thing about Desmond's hand is that I don't think it's too susceptible. It is. It might be if this gamble
Oh no.
ditches the life from the loan. So gamble on he's mulligan, so he has 5 cards in his hand, 6 cards with the life in the loam. So he has like a 1 in 15 chance, 15%, 16, 17% chance of hitting the card that he
1 in
gambled
6
for.
chance, yeah.
Right. 1 in 6, I think. 1 in 6 is
Is
16% chance.
17,
16% chance means it's 96%, alright, yeah.
Yep.
So it's like slightly under 17. Yeah. So if he hits the life in the loam with this gamble,
Oh no.
and then he gets extracted, that's a different game altogether.
But what does he search out for?
I think it's loam, right? Because he has. Oh, maybe it's not loam. Maybe it's.
It might be another land. I mean, like,
Yeah. I think it's loam because he has exploration and crop roto. So it's this card.
Okay.
It's choke.
Oh, it's choke. Okay.
Okay, so maybe that wasn't
so bad.
exploration in his hand. Maybe it was choke. I just assumed because it was an old bordered green card. Yeah. I wish he would show us Ancient Tomb.
Oh, Ancient Tomb. Okay. I think that's what he picked.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what he gambled for. He gambled for Ancient Tomb so he could
Right,
choke his
extra mana,
opponent.
yeah.
So this is Ponder. And I don't think any of those cards are good, right? Oh, this is Jace.
Ah,
Jace
there's
is
a
good.
Jace,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you can brainstorm.
He doesn't need the Diabolic Edict because he has the Tudor Slaughter.
Mm-hmm. Would you shuffle here? I think these 3 cards. Jace is very powerful, but I don't think that's gonna win you the game.
I think he's gonna keep though, based on what I know of
Wow,
how he likes
okay.
to play. But yeah, I would have shuffled in that situation.
I think you want to see like Gurmag Angler. Or
Maybe he has
something like
another shuffle effect. I don't think so though. His hand looks to be Flusterstorm, Surgical, Tudor Slaughter, Diabolic Edict, and probably a Brainstorm all the way at the back.
Not a lot of ways.
Yeah. Okay, so
What?
Desmond's hand is Ancient Tomb, Double Crop Roto, and Exploration, right? This
That
I can't-
is an exploration.
I can't be imagining things. It is an
That is
exploration. Yeah. So and a Pyroblast, which is quite interesting.
Maybe he gambled for the choke.
Maybe he gambled for the choke. It could be. He could have hit that 16 point something% chance. So this is gonna let him make his testament stage. Let his testament stage copy a Taiga, which means that he can then crop roto next turn to set up with Pyroblast protection to set up the Dark Depths kill, which we know is actually good for Chester because he's got that covered in spades. So it was a brainstorm at the back of his hand. So this is understandable. So he's gonna play a
Wow.
Strix.
Okay.
So okay, here's something that's really interesting. I don't think a lot of players do enough of. When you have a single non-basic, and you're gonna play a blue spell, so you have a volcanic and an island, right? When you're gonna play a blue spell, you keep the basic open.
Yeah.
You should tap the volcanic to play the Strix, because then at least your opponent's wasteland doesn't both knock you off a color and take you out of mana for that turn.
Right.
Yeah. So, but the common assumption is that, hey, I got basic island, only produces blue. I should keep the one that has more options open.
Cool.
Yeah, especially since there are no red spells that Chester needs to play in this matchup.
Yeah.
Nothing really except lightning bolt to the head, and possibly like Kolaghan's command next turn. Yeah, so he's gonna get punished here, right? Because he's gonna have his hand forced. If I'm Chester and he wastes the volcanic, I don't think you can brainstorm. So he's not gonna. Oh, I see what. Okay, so he's going for what we mentioned. He's gonna go crop rotation end of turn.
Oh yeah.
Crop rotation for Dark Depths. If that resolves, then he's just gonna make a 20/20, which I think is gonna work out for Chester. So Chester's brainstorming end of turn, which I don't quite like.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm in that camp of like, main phase brainstorm, or unless you've got like a shuffle effect. Like
I think he can safely put back to the slaughter here, keep the Diabolic Edict, and then draw the fetch for the turn. The reasoning here is that if he does have Life from the Loam, to start recurring the Dark Depths tokens, you can just force the first Life from the Loam and then extract it. Right? And if he had Life from the Loam, he would have played it earlier.
Does he have Force of Will in it?
He does have a Force. That's the card next to the Kolaghan's command. So I think it's still good for him, but he's going to shuffle the Force away.
Ooh, why?
This is interesting. I don't know if he's going to shuffle, but he's definitely put the Force second from the top.
And why keep the key command? I mean, like, I don't see it being very.
I think it's
here.
okay. Like, I think K command is one of the ways that you're gonna outgrind your opponent by having Strixes and recurring your Snapcaster Mages, and I don't like having two. Okay, I don't like having two Edict effects, because you have it covered like we discussed, and I don't like finding the basic Swamp here, because you're at the point where you have a Life in the Loam cover anyway. He's only going to be able to waste you once. You should get another red source, right, to cover your volcanic island, because this just means that you don't have red for the rest of the turn. This is going to be Jace.
Wow. Okay.
And I think he loses here if Desmond. Okay, so Desmond can crop roto for. Desmond can crop roto for DD. Make the DD token, and if he can crop roto for a Barbarian Ring, I think he loses. Crop roto puts 2 cards per turn, right? 2 per turn, and then the Dark Depths itself puts it. Yeah, so
2 more.
Yeah.
That's 3. I know.
I think it's a bit choked on mana though, because he doesn't have enough red. He needs both. Yeah. Ooh,
that's cute.
Yeah. So he can crop roto the Wasteland. Yeah, he's gonna tap the Wasteland for colorless. He's gonna rotate the Wasteland away. Okay. Did he brainstorm? Did he brainstorm with the Jace to put the Force of Will in his hand?
No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Or whatever. Even if he did, he put the. So he's gonna copy the. Yeah. So next time, if Desmond draws red, he can use his Taiga to crop roto the Ancient Tomb rotate the Ancient Tomb into a Barbarian Ring. Then Barbarian Ring away the. He attacked with the Strix.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, he did shuffle before. Jay, you're right. So there's no Force here. Okay. So he's 20/20. So Chester lost to the crop roto.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh wow. This is just out of nowhere. Oh no! Yeah.
Most of you can't see, but
he's got his hands on his head.
Forehead,
Yeah. I guess the upside is that we get to put the next game on camera.
Oh no.
Okay.
So no Force of.
Yeah. Oh, he had the Pyroblast for the Strix anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, so he should really have kept the. Yeah, so Chester played in game 2 the way that he should have played in game 1, and in game 1 he played the way he should have played in game 2. That's interesting. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think like the identification of like when you are the aggressor and when you.
That attack was very loose, but shuffling that Force away was, I think, even looser.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially since you didn't need 2 edict effects, you just needed 1.
You needed one edict effect and like maybe 1 counter spell, right?
Yeah, yeah. Especially with the Jace, like because you can edict him. If he makes it instant speed, you can edict him. If he remakes it on his turn, you can extract the life from the loam, then play your Jace and bounce the token.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not worried at all about, Marit Large at that point. But yeah. It's a good game.
Tough.
That was exciting. This is the reason why Desmond won the last one, Cool. Thanks, guys. We're gonna look around and see if we can find a third game to show, and if not,
I'll put on a replay.
We'll put on a
replay of the last
Legacy tournament. Cool. So we'll see you in like maybe 20-ish minutes.
Yeah. Remember, you can join us on the stream normally on a Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Singapore time on twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames, and watch all the replays on youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, of course. And do check us out on our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. If you want to find out more about the Invitationals, come on down to GreyOgreGames.com. And it's not too late to participate. We've still got a seasonal qualifier left. You still got 3 months to go. Alright, we'll catch you in about 25 minutes. We'll put on a replay of the previous tournament. There's Ben talking to Desmond. And we'll see you guys in a bit.